All right. Thank you very much for your patience. So with that note, good morning, everyone, and welcome to our Smart and Connected Solutions webinar. I am your host, Nick Amico, the Channel Marketing Specialist here at Watts. And today's webinar is our next installment in our WattsWorks Engineer webinar series geared specifically for our engineers, our architects, and our specific customers. Just want to give a little background information on the series. We hold several of these webinars throughout the course of the year that cover a variety of topics, and our presenters are our in-house technology and product specialists and experts. Also want to give a quick shout out to and thanks to our partner, the American Society of Plumbing Engineers. With our partnership, also known as ASPE for you folks, with that partnership, we're able to provide you guys with 0.1 continuing education units, or CEU credit, if you're able to stick around for this entire webinar and most of our other webinars as well. Just a couple of quick housekeeping items before we introduce our presenter and get started. During the presentation today, we have muted all the phone lines just so that there's no interruptions during the presentation, but we do absolutely encourage you guys to submit questions via the chat window. Just hover over the chat icon at the bottom of the WebEx and type in your questions here. We will then be addressing them at the end of today's presentation. So with that being said, I would like to introduce you to our presenter for today, Frank DiBenedetto, our Director of Connected Solutions at Watts. Frank helps to drive the company's development of new smart and connected products and solutions to reach the company's target growth of 25% by 2023. His focus is on systems that span multiple business units and can offer customers a unique solution to the market. With that being said, Frank, that's it for me. Take it away.
Thank you, Nick. Good morning, ladies and gentlemen. Welcome. Again, I'm Frank DiBenedetto, Director of Connected Solutions at Watts. After this webinar, you will understand the primary elements of a smart and connected product, the impact IoT has on the plumbing industry, and gain awareness about project planning tools, system solutions, mobile applications, and e-learning opportunities. During this webinar, we will pause periodically for our audience to answer online polling questions. Just scan the available QR code, which is presented on the slide as shown in the top right. While IoT products have been in the marketplace for some time, we are actually at the very beginning of this revolution. Not until recently have IoT devices been able to take full advantage of the power and scale of the cloud. The ability to crunch data in real time has created a seismic shift in the business landscape. From sensors that help farmers track animals to devices that monitor and improve manufacturing processes, IoT has changed how every industry operates. The Internet of Things, or IoT, describes a network of physical objects, things, that are embedded with sensors, software, and other technologies for the purpose of connecting and exchanging data with other devices, systems, and individuals over the Internet. These devices range from ordinary household objects to sophisticated industrial tools. Benefits and potential applications are limitless with IoT-enabled devices. Driven by our evolving needs, engineers, designers, service providers, and business owners should seek opportunities which leverage this technology, providing value end-to-end.
With that being said, folks, as Frank mentioned, we are going to take our first polling question. So what I'd like you guys to do is take out your phones and scan the QR code on your screen. That will then bring you over to the polling question. If you guys don't have a scanning software on your phone, please look at the chat box area for the link. Sorry about that, I was just typing it in. Please look at the chat box area. I also posted the link for the for the polling question. We'll give you guys about 30 seconds to get in, load in that question. I see that some results are already coming in, which is great. And we'll be responding and talking about these polling questions, the responses to the polling questions at the end of the presentation. So we'll give you guys probably about another 30 seconds, and then I'll hand it back over to Frank. All right, awesome. Thank you very much, guys, for your participation with this one. And now we're going to get right back to our scheduled program.
Thank you, Nick. So again, IoT is no passing fad. Adoption rates by decision makers across all business sectors are deploying or scaling this technology within their organizations. To get a sense of where we are heading, in 2019, the estimated number of active IoT-enabled devices globally exceeded 20 billion. Current run rate of connected devices is forecast to exceed 38 billion by 2025. Let's take a holistic view of the DNA for a smart and connected product and how it applies to commercial and residential plumbing applications. A smart and connected product are mechanical valves, assets, or other devices embedded with processors, sensors, software, and connectivity that allow data to be exchanged between the product and its environment. Typically, there are 6 elements allowing the physical device or mechanical valve to send data through an established network of connections for use by individuals. Requirements will vary between physical devices, data captured, and individuals' responses. However, this framework establishes a mean to manage a variety of smart and connected products. Here are just a few visual examples of smart connected products. On the left, we have consumer products such as wristwatches and Bluetooth speakers. On the right side, plumbing products such as digital mixing valves and thermostatic controls. Less than a decade ago, many of these products were standalone. Their identified value remained internal. However, in today's shifting connected culture, the need for these products to communicate provides additional value through data collected and user interface experiences. Whether you're responsible for the security of a network, the security of your own personal device, or engineering a plumbing solution, we all should take IoT security seriously. With data collection exponentially increasing and privacy law violations affecting millions of people, consumers find data collection rather creepy, not trusting the way it's handled or shared. Translate this perception to the commercial sector. Requirements to ensure data and privacy integrity is a chief concern which exists both at the enterprise level and at the product level. So, how do we bookend and tackle these concerns? Just as we spoke about the 6 elements of smart and connected product, we address IoT security challenges with a similar multifaceted approach. From an enterprise perspective, developing centralized access logs, using encrypted communication protocols, creating more effective and secure password policies are all provisions to provide an enterprise framework which mitigates security challenges. From the product perspective, this could be the start or endpoint of security challenges. Localized data collection is broad. What information should be retained at the product or within the building? What information should be shared across products or across a network platform or across the users? Addressing these challenges follows the same multifaceted approach. However, difficulty lies with the data collected as its value is within the ecosystem. In summary, IoT solutions present such a novel and useful way allowing products and people to interact. With this interaction comes added vulnerabilities that need to be accounted for. Today, we spoke about multifaceted approaches which limit such vulnerabilities and implement a secure solution. Smart and connected products, combined with the power and scale of the cloud, has created a connected industry. Sensing, communications, and analyzing data towards improving processes and outcomes has transformed industries from manufacturing, hospitality, healthcare, to transportation, fleet management, and agriculture. This is what you expect. How do you get there? Has continually to evolve. Let's explore how a connected industry is improving the way engineers, contractors, and facility owners conduct daily business. Engineers and designers rely on accurate product information provided in a timely manner to facilitate new construction, renovations, and expansion projects. In a connected industry, product manufacturers can digitally generate instant, precise, and optimum product information through online project planning and resource tools, streamlining and accelerating the process for their customers or clients. This connection allows engineers and designers to present the best competitive solution to their clients quickly. Installers and contractors provide a wide range of services for their respective clients, from installing mission-critical equipment to maintaining, repairing aging infrastructure. The need for accurate product information in a timely manner does not change. In a connected industry, product manufacturers can digitally generate instant, precise, optimal product information through the product's digital interface or utilizing web and mobile applications. This connection allows installers and contractors to optimize initial product configurations, make routine maintenance or faster repairs, while increasing quality of service and maintaining integrity with their clients. Facility owners and managers are responsible for ensuring buildings and services they provide meet the needs of the people that work or live in them. Accountability for building maintenance, space reconfigurations, and safe environmental conditions. Once again, the need for accurate product information in a timely manner does not change. In a connected industry, product manufacturers can generate this information through remote monitoring, control, and data analytics utilizing local and cloud-based applications. This connection allows facility owners and managers to gather usage insights, reduce energy costs, and mitigate risk associated with premise plumbing systems. In summary, a connected industry provides engineers, contractors, and facility owners access to digital tools, allowing them to effectively manage premise plumbing challenges. Now, let's put smart products into action. When a busy airport hotel was experiencing fluctuating water temperatures from shower and sink usage during peak hours, this resulted in dissatisfied customers. Their facility managers sprang into action. Working with their local service provider, the product manufacturer, they installed a smart digital thermostatic mixing valve, allowing precise control of water temperatures regardless of demand. This smart product allowed facility managers to maintain suitable and safe environmental conditions for their customers. When a burger chain franchise could not determine the reason their commercial gas grills were not working properly at one of their locations, they used a smart gas diagnostic tool to confirm the problem was coming from the gas utility supplier. This tool generated easy-to-read data that was uploaded to a mobile device via Bluetooth technology, then used to generate a detailed report which was provided to the utility company. Because of this data, the utility company was able to dispatch technicians and resolve the problem quickly. In summary, smart products can provide insight, uncover missed opportunities, and provide focused solutions in today's mechanical plumbing challenges. That said, let's explore digital tools which lessen these challenges. Smart connected product solutions provide higher levels of performance, protection, and serviceability. Let's review a few key solutions as examples. Sorry about that. Read the wrong line. Apologize, everybody. Project planning is important because it ensures that it delivers is right and will deliver real value against the business opportunity. Smarter project planning are digital resources providing a means to streamline and accelerate every stage of a plumbing project. From product configurations to specification tools to sizing and digital CAD files, these smart tools help organize your specification and easily share project information with peers and clients. Installing equipment at times is no easy task. Missing product documentation, unfamiliar startup procedures, time-sensitive clients, all challenges faced by industry professionals. Smarter installations are digital tools that provide and complement a smart product, optimizing time to install. From web and mobile applications, maximizing accuracy during installation, to product digital displays, taking the guesswork out of setup and providing access to real-time data, smarter installations are the new standard in the plumbing industry. Traditional products provide limited maintenance requirements and little to no insight when failure is about to occur. These factors limit protection and drive reactionary maintenance. Smarter maintenance and protection are digital protocols embedded within smart products, allowing real-time communication with facility managers, service providers, and product manufacturers. From asset management tools for resources on the go to on-site monitoring and reporting applications, smarter maintenance and protection reduces downtime, simplifies on-site maintenance, and mitigates event-driven repairs. Connected product solutions provide higher levels of performance, protection, and serviceability. Now let's review a few of these key examples. Powers IntelliStation, a digital thermostatic mixing solution. IntelliStation can be integrated into a building automation system, allowing facility managers remote monitoring and control of water temperatures. Airco's Benchmark Platinum, a smart condensing boiler solution which optimizes your hydronic system for peak performance and maximum efficiency with predictive maintenance protocols, reducing cost of ownership. Flood protection systems, such as Century Plus Alert, is a cloud-based solution that mitigates risk associated with reduced pressure zone backflow assemblies, which can catastrophically discharge. It provides continuous monitoring, automatic water containment, and notifies facility managers real time. Backflow test management software, such as Syncta, is a cloud-based solution that simplifies backflow preventer testing, provides information specific to the device's owners, the customer, and maps device field locations, reducing non-value point-to-point logistics.
All right, guys, and as you can see on your screen, we have another QR code, which means another polling question. So if you guys can get out your phones, scan that QR code, as the next polling question has now been active. Also, if you guys, again, as I mentioned before, if you do not have a QR code scanner, type in poll.ev.com/watts, and you'll be able to answer the poll that way. I see we already have a bunch of answers and responses coming in right now, which is great. We're going to give you guys another 15, 20 seconds to answer those, and we'll continue on with the presentation. And again, we thank you very much for your presentation with these polling questions. All right. This now polling question has been locked. So Frank, back to you.
Thank you, Nick. The last topic in today's webinar is e-learning. E-learning provides online digital training solutions for our demanding industry. WattsWorks e-learning system provides access to a wide selection of products and solutions from the Watts family of brands. This self-paced courses are another convenient resource accessible from the web and mobile devices anytime, anywhere. Engineers and designers, installers and contractors, facility managers and owners are all invited to participate in our Learn and Earn programs, which provides tokens after successfully completing e-learning courses. Tokens can then be redeemed for Watts branded lifestyle merchandise. Register today at training.watts.com. In summary, we are the forward thinkers helping transition the plumbing industry to a connected industry. Understanding customer pain points, engineering solutions to meet their needs, and connecting the product's value are opportunities we can leverage in our evolving digital world. I thank you for your time and focus. Now we will open up the webinar to your questions. Nick?
Awesome. Thank you, Frank. Appreciate the great presentation as always. What I wanted to do first is just kind of go over the couple of polling questions that we had the audience respond to, and just have I'll give you the kind of the information what we received from the polls, and just have you kind of talk to it really quick. So the first polling question that we asked was, what topic or solution most interests you? And the four answers that we gave out were digital thermostats, condensing boilers, automatic flood protection systems, and backflow test management softwares. Now, the individual that had the most, actually 36% of all the individuals who answered the polling question was the condensing boilers. So it seems like that is actually the most interesting topic, at least for this particular audience today.
Okay, thank you. So smart and condensing boilers is really a very important infrastructure component or mission critical component within a building. A lot of focus at times is put on selecting the right boiler, and at times some focus as far as utilizing or leveraging what a smart controller on a boiler or connecting the boiler within the building automation system can provide real value, because it's able to control and manage and react to a number of environmental conditions that may change. Condensing boilers on their own are just a piece of the puzzle, remember? Obviously, there are add-on components to help boilers not only manage the heat load within the building, but also manage hot water demand load. Obviously, boiler system waters are not considered non-potable, but you can have exchangers or superstored tanks where you can actually utilize the boiler's capacity throughout the year and actually control both temperatures and build up temperatures for hot water side of domestic and non-domestic. So there's a number of smart avenues. When we look at installation side, or we look at startup and configuration, boilers nowadays are really complicated. They have a lot of controls to make sure that they maintain and manage their efficiency. They're also prone and susceptible to the condition of water that's coming into the building. So having preset systems in front where the smart boilers can communicate with those can actually provide algorithms on predictive maintenance and tell the customer or tell the service provider that an issue appears to be being created due to water chemistry or conditions coming in, or if heat load is too high and the boiler is not working at the optimum levels, it can then send notifications and signals. One of the biggest challenges, and I'll close with this, that we see is a lot of smart connected boilers, we're not able to truly utilize all its capability and potential. And the reason for that is a majority of boilers that get plugged into building automation systems, and I'll just use this as an example, there may be 100 points of data in which you can track off the boiler. However, a lot of times the service provider that's doing the connection is unaware of what are the attributes that they want to track off the boiler. And a lot of times it's just setting temperatures and values that maintain load. And there is an opportunity which is missed on these other facets in which the boiler can provide a lot more information. And with security protocols, as we mentioned earlier, most clients in commercial buildings do not want to have this information sent out to the cloud. So finding that balance on what information needs to retain on-premise and what information needs to really be viewed, that gets into discussion points between the product manufacturer, the service provider, and the client so that we can understand and develop together the right set of information for that customer so that they can utilize the boiler to its maximum capacity and efficiency.
Awesome, great. Thank you, Frank. The next and final polling question that came in stated, which of the following do you think is the most valuable benefit of IoT-enabled devices? And the answers that followed were remote control, real-time information, automation, predictive maintenance, and operational efficiency. And there was a clear-cut winner in this one. Real-time information took 57% of the overall answers for this particular poll. So clear-cut winner there, Frank. What are your comments on this one?
I'm quite happy that was a clear winner. Real-time information is critical, always has been critical, and is becoming more critical as the digital age ramps up. As we mentioned earlier, what we see in the plumbing industry, and I'm sure everybody on this phone sees it as well, most clients end up reacting to a condition that happens with the premise plumbing. A lot of times there are no true maintenance programs. There's stuff that sits maintenance-wise on boilers and on the HVAC side. However, the premise plumbing, which controls or supplies a lot of these other pieces of equipment, don't get the regular maintenance that they truly need. And unfortunately, real-time data isn't available. Now, providing that is twofold. You can provide the right data at the right time, or you can provide the wrong data, which then creates subjectivity and interpretation. So this is the fine balance that has to be found, because data points off of one single product can be pretty easy to answer or to articulate. Example would be, a pressure sensor, let's say, on a PRV. A pressure sensor on a PRV will let you know its fall-off pressure, and you can track its demand usage as the pressure changes to ensure that it's still working. And if there is no water demand at all, but the pressure sensor is indicating that there's a change on the PRV, you can likely interpret that PRV may be creeping. But if you combine that PRV and you have other host of sensors within the building that are providing real time, it becomes now which data is the right data to look at, and how do you interpret that data to make sure that the real-time information you're receiving allows you to focus in the right area for maintenance or repair.
Awesome, great. Thank you, Frank. So now, folks, everyone in the audience, I see that we have a couple of questions that came through, but please feel free to type in more questions in the chat box area, as we're now going to be going through a couple of these questions now. The first question that came through, Frank, where does the plumbing industry stand vis-a-vis HVAC and electrical regarding common building automation systems?
So from our perspective and lens, the plumbing industry, or premise plumbing, is still lagging as far as being connected to building automation systems. Now, the on-site of IoT connected solutions is allowing a different view or methodology on how to connect a host of products, plumbing just being one of them, in a much more effective and cost management way for clients. The challenges that are faced on that is, service providers, a lot of times in commercial buildings, the plumbing has changed. It's never the same. There's hardly any drawings that are available. And every time plumbers go in, or service contracts, and this happens on HVAC as well, go in to try to make a repair, there's a level of diagnostics that needs to occur, tracing, trying to understand what the premise plumbing situation may be. At times, contracts change, and a different service provider is in there and needs to understand the work that was done before. This all plays a role into impeding plumbing systems getting connected. And on top of that, in general, a lot of commercial building owners just don't see the plumbing side or water conveyance side into the building as important, even though, on the other hand, leaks inside of a building create numerous amounts of damage and drive insurance costs up. Mitigating and managing hot water temperatures for hospitality, this is extremely important. The example we use, demand cycles that happen on a building, and a lot of times a building's hydraulic plans were designed and put forth based upon X. However, 2-3 years down the road, the building may have had a renovation, an expansion, and now those demands have changed. So how do we overlay IoT or overlay connected solutions to help plumbers not need to become these high-end electrical or HVAC technicians, but are able to make that transition to utilize and understand through all the mobile and web applications that exist today. And everybody pretty much has a smartphone today, so the idea that we can't mix electricity with water, or managing mechanical valves that are AKA dumb to try to create them to be some level of intelligence, that's not something that we see as an impedance any longer. That's something that's just going to be adopted, and how quick that adoption happens is where the challenge lies.
Great, awesome. Thanks, Frank. The next question that came in, problem I see is we are now trying to turn plumbers into IT specialists to connect these features up. What are your thoughts with that?
So what we from the lens and perspective of connected products, turning them into IT specialists isn't obviously the intent. The intent is to have products operate and function mechanically as they have been for the last 60 years. I mean, in this industry, or in the plumbing industry itself, like a lot of industries, all these mechanical valves and devices have to pass certain mechanical specifications before you can even commercially sell them. Now, there is no changes happening in product spec codes in the foreseeable future that's going to state all mechanical products can run electronically. The provisions still remain. The product has to operate based upon the hydraulics of the water. That being said, the transition point is overlaying the IoT or embedded technology as a plug-and-play component, a component where applications on your phone, you're able to navigate those applications similar to you navigating just the general use of the phone to get into your contacts list, make a phone call, potentially, if anybody plays gaming apps on their phone, kind of have that same flavor and present that information in a similar manner. So we're not asking the incumbent industry to relearn a completely brand new technology that's just not of any true value. Technology meaning the IT standpoint. There's no need for plumbers to understand what code or how to write code. That's not the intent. Now, for diagnostic, that's the next piece is how do we now effectively allow diagnostics to work correctly and efficiently, and can we get that information through the mobile apps, make it real time, make the device be able to directionally provide the plumber or the technician information on what it thinks is wrong. That helps kind of take out the guesswork. Same thing with the electronic side. Just like cars today, over the years, there was a transition in the automotive industry 20 years ago. Cars started to have electronic onboard systems, and the idea of a mechanic, was really going to be passé. That hasn't really come to fruition. Yes, mechanics now need to know a little bit of some electrical and electronic side, but the car industry has ensured that most of the components within the vehicle become plug-and-play devices. And that's how we would look at treating the evolution of dumb mechanical products into smarter mechanical products.
Awesome. Great. Thank you for that, Frank. Folks, I'm just going to go through this little spiel here, but please feel free to continue to type in your questions in the chat box area. And just so for everybody's knowledge, this webinar has been recorded and will be available at a later date to be able to go back and rewatch. And also, I wanted to let everybody know that your CEU credit will be emailed to you at the end of this presentation as well. Also, if you have any logistical type questions, you can reach out to me directly at nicholas.amico@wattswater.com. And of course, if you have any technical or topic more related questions, please feel free to reach out to Frank at frank.debenedetto@wattswater.com. And with that being said, also, this is going to conclude our webinar for today. Again, I want to just thank everybody greatly for participating and attending today's webinar. Of course, I want to thank Frank for a great presentation. You can visit the page, our Smart and Connected webinar page at the end of this webinar. Actually, when you close out today's webinar, the Smart and Connected landing page on watts.com is going to show up for you guys to then be able to register for the next engineering webinar, which is going to be our Spec Hub new Watts project specification tool webinar. It's something that we're really excited about, and we can't wait to share with you guys on that next webinar that's coming up in April. You also have the ability to watch Watts Powered by Connections, our video that we have for you guys on the landing page, and you can also visit our on-demand webinars page as well to view all of the other on-demand webinars that we have recorded in the past, and of course complete the quizzes to earn ASPE CEU credits. With that all being said, again, folks, I just want to thank everybody's time and participation for today's webinar. Frank, thank you very much again for presenting today's webinar on a great topic. We want to thank you very much, and we hope you have a great rest of your day. Take care, guys.